The most annoying thing for me about Arnav, which one do I choose?
Go ahead.
Hey guys, it's Bex.
And I'm Arnav.
Curry and Dumpling में आपका स्वागत है.
Thank you everybody who has subscribed to our channel recently and helped us cross 2,000 subscribers. And it was our kind of a short-term goal to cross 2K by the end of this month. But it's only the first week and we are already above 2,000 subscribers thanks to all the new members who have joined our Curry and Dumpling family.
And to all the existing subscribers as well. Thank you also for commenting and just leaving us likes.
We really value all the engagement, people who are actually taking our time to comment. Even if I'm wrong in certain things and you're correcting me, thank you so much, because obviously this is a way for not only me to show her about India and also it just kind of refresh my memory. If you guys haven't watched the video we posted a couple of days ago, you can watch it on, it's gonna be a card that shows up the last video. But today we are doing a
Q&A video, which again was requested by you guys in our recent poll. Just so you guys know, when you guys do comment and ask us to do a reaction to a specific video, we are trying to work through them. We get so many comments asking us to react to different things every day that it's very difficult for us to do all of them. So please be patient if you are waiting for us to react to something. We will get there. It's just that we also have full-time jobs.
Our 9 to 5 are taken by our full-time jobs, and once we come back, obviously we are tired, we have household chores to do. It gets really hard to produce multiple videos. Like, it's just two of us. We record, she edits, I handle the YouTube comments, and it's a lot of work. So apologies if it's taking time. We are trying our best to do 3 videos a week, 2 to 3 videos a week. Some reactions, some about our personal lives.
If you do have something that you really want us to react to desperately and we've still not gotten around to it, then just keep posting it in our comments and it will get to us eventually. And if you guys see something that someone's commented that you also want us to react to, click the like button on their comments so that it brings it to our attention.
So shall we go through the questions? The ones you guys have actually posted on our poll. Subscriber from India, Siddharth Patnaik. He is Oriya. He's from Orissa. I can tell by the name. Okay. So this was something about describe the best and the worst things about each other that even you haven't told each other. Try to be honest here. That's a hard one.
That's a hard one. I mean, we're both very open with each other.
Yeah,
open.
We do tell each other whatever the issues are. So even if there's something that's really bugging us, we do like communicate with each other. There's
not really anything that we've not told each other, I don't think.
But we can tell what is the most annoying thing.
Yeah, we can.
You go first.
The most annoying thing for me about Arnav. Which one do I choose?
Go ahead.
Most annoying thing.
Oh, come on, quick. We don't have that much time.
Okay. I think it's that he procrastinates quite often.
Yeah.
He takes a long time to do something, so I'd have to, and I don't want to nag, because, nobody wants someone to nag. Nobody wants their wife to nag them. But I'm like, why is he not doing it? Why is he not doing the thing that I told him to do yesterday?
Yeah, I do procrastinate, and I do have a very short attention span, so I don't even know if I have ADHD or not.
I don't think you do, I think you're just lazy. But
I'm not lazy, I just try to do multiple things at the same time and I forget. Like you wanted to shoot a video, but I also want to hoover the floor, but then I'm like, maybe I should clean the bathroom.
That's the most annoying thing, when we're about to leave the house and we're already running late and he's like, this is the best time for me to start like wiping stuff. I'm like, we're leaving the house, why are you wiping stuff?
That's the thing, I just do things as I please, and that might not please everybody else. So.
Yeah, whereas I'm the type of person that does things as soon as I get it. I'm the person that does their homework on the day they get it. Whatever work it is, like, I do it as soon as I get it. I do it
things to the 2 hours before the due date, You utilize the time you have for other things, and then when you really need to do it. It works, right? I have done university, I've done masters, I've worked, it's been working fine.
Anyway, what's yours?
Mine would be... really annoys me. It's the way you take stress about unnecessary things. Like, she just takes the stress of the entire world. Like, it would not even relate to your daily kind of thing, and you would just stress about it so much. Like, she stresses about the little things and just worries so much. Like, I think that really affects your health.
Yeah, it does. I've been quite ill recently,
your tummy
Just
ache
with
or
all
whatever.
sorts of things, yeah.
Stress is like the worst thing that you can put on yourself. Oh,
I think what the problem with me is that I like to think about 5 steps ahead of where I am now.
Yeah,
I like to
that.
plan for the future.
I like it too, but it doesn't work like that. Sometimes plans change like this, right?
And then because I'm planning for the future, then I worry about those things that haven't happened yet, but could happen if those things happen.
There's no point in taking stress. So please, everybody, if you are kind enough, please tell her not to take so much stress. Affects her health, affects my mental well-being, because stress is the shit out of me.
I find it very difficult to de-stress though. So if you guys have any
yoga is, you just practice yoga and mindfulness. It'll really help you, I'm telling you.
But even when I'm trying to like do mindfulness and not think of anything,
it takes time to practice. It doesn't come off like that, right? You need to do and practice, and it'll come eventually.
I'll try.
Please, yeah.
I'll try.
Okay.
And you also try not to.
Yeah, I'm not gonna procrastinate, right? The second question is from our lovely friends Summer and Zach from Toronto.
If you haven't already subscribed to them, go to their channel and subscribe to them.
And they are also Chindian couple, and their question is, when are we gonna see cute Chindian babies, and when are you guys coming to Toronto to meet us? Babies, I don't know. Soon?
I could have it tomorrow.
Doesn't work like that. I am young. I'm 28. I'm a baby. Look at my face. I'm still so young. But yeah.
Seriously though, like we are getting older. So obviously, it'll happen when it happens.
Yeah.
We're trying not to we don't want to stress out about we must have.
Says the person who's always stressing.
Yeah. So. We're trying not to be too panicky about trying to have one right now, but we're happy to have one if we do if that happens.
Question for you guys, Summer and Zach. When are you guys getting married? So better sort that out first. When are we coming to meet you guys in Toronto? Hopefully next year.
Yeah,
the year after.
When the COVID stuff dies down, hopefully we can travel.
We would love to meet you guys, because Canada has been one of our dream destinations. So we'd love to come and visit you in Toronto. Next question is from a subscriber from India called Vidhan Chandra Sahu. I think he's Oriya as well. I want to know her comments about China, because she is from Hong Kong, and in Hong Kong protests are going on a daily basis against China.
This is a tough question.
Very touchy-feely subject.
So I want to say first of all that my parents identify as Chinese, and honestly I think ancestrally
everybody is Chinese.
Yeah.
From a nationality perspective.
Yeah. Hong Kong is Hong Kong. Yeah.
Yeah, they are Hong Kongers. What do you identify as, first and foremost?
I am British-born Chinese, but when people ask me where I'm from, I say Hong Kong.
Okay. Right.
So I do think that they are different kind of entities, and I think that honestly the best scenario would be if Hong Kong could just stay as it has been for the last however many years.
Yeah. Since 1997.
Yeah. Hong Kong was doing really well before the protests, and obviously I understand why they're protesting. I just wish that we could stay as it was back then, before
all
everything
the mess started
happened.
out. Yeah. But I
understand why
they're protesting, and it's very valid.
Yeah.
And I just wish it was a little less violent.
I don't understand why. Obviously China has their own thoughts. I don't understand what it is why they want to change Hong Kong when it's already doing pretty well as it was. Is it just because they're worried that if Hong Kong has its own autonomy, maybe it's worried that the rest of China will want to do that. I do want to stress though that the Chinese people themselves in China, they're not bad people.
Yeah, no, I think everybody knows that. It's just
but there are some people who, for instance, in Hong Kong there are a lot of mainland Chinese students, and a lot of those have had been bullied because they use Mandarin.
No, I get that.
And those are the type of things I do not agree with. You have your point, and I understand that, but don't start harassing people who have grown up and they're Chinese. And I understand things like police brutality is really bad in Hong Kong, especially at the moment. But back in the olden days, police in Hong Kong were some of the best in the world. So I don't really understand what's going on. I don't know if it's because they're being kind of pushed to do it by Chinese people. Not Chinese people, but the government. It's very tough, and I try to stay out of it. My parents also, they're here right now, they're with us in the UK, and I'm really glad that they're here, because I was a bit worried because they lived in this place called Yuen Long, where they had some of the really bad, more violent protests.
Because it's kind of very close to China.
I'm glad that my parents are here. I'm really sad that it's not the place that we used to know it as.
Yeah, because we spent a significant amount of time there. I spent pretty much entire of my 20s there, and it's sad to see the way it's become right now.
I just hope that China leaves it alone.
Yeah.
And the Hong Kong people also, especially the more violent protesters, they kind of calm down a bit and realise that the violence isn't helping.
So next question is from Mr. Shivam Singh. Do you guys face any problems because you both are from different countries? And what were your parents' reaction on your marriage? Like, depends. At the moment, I don't see any problems.
Not right now.
It's been absolutely fine. You know, in the UK, it's very common to have, you know,
there's mixed race couples everywhere.
All the time, everywhere.
Yeah.
Parents' reaction on a marriage. Obviously, when we got married, our parents...
Yeah, by the time we were getting married, they were fine.
They accepted us and everything was fine, and they were very happy for us to get married.
But to begin with,
there were a few... Yeah, especially
for my parents.
Yeah, my parents were pretty chill with it. They were like, yeah, I mean, if that's your choice, that's my choice. And so I'm very happy and glad to have open-minded parents, and you know, they adore her and they love her. And yeah, it's never had a problem from that. But yeah, it was.
We did have some issues. We did say about this earlier in another video, I think.
Yeah.
In the struggles of interracial relationships video. But my parents were very worried about what type of man he was going to be because he was Indian, and not that I'm saying like Indian men are bad.
Yeah, it's just their
perception of Indian men was wrong. Was just wrong. So they were worried that, you know, you were going to treat me badly. Or
I won't let you have your own career. I will make you stay home, and you're going to do all the household chores. Yeah, all those, you know, typical stereotypical things that you might hear, which are not true anymore in 2020, obviously. Because you know, India has progressed leaps and bounds, and we are one of the most progressive, open-minded community in the world right now. So it's been fine.
It's been fine. We will eventually have a video about our biggest fight, where I almost got disowned by my parents because I chose him. But yeah, we will do that video at some point soon.
It was not as dramatic.
No.
It was literally 1 hour of fight, and then peace, and then calm, and then happily ever after. So it was very...
But I think that fight really helped. We needed to get all of our points out, so I think it helped.
I have a pimple.
That's gross.
From Prem Prakash. Yeah, so I have seen this question before on a video. I forgot to tell you. So this is a question for you.
What was your area of research during PhD? So my thesis title was Crystal Structure... I don't know what happened there. Crystal Structures of Pharmaceuticals. And I used an instrument called the Single Crystal X-ray diffractometer. So I was just looking at crystals of different compounds, of different chemical compounds, and the solid state chemistry, and which is what I do now as my job as well. I look at solid state chemistry of pharmaceuticals. I don't want to go into too much detail because some of you guys are not going to know what I'm talking about.
Maybe we can make a separate video on this Dr. Beck's.
Yeah, if you want to know, like, have a proper, more in-depth video about like what I did, or what I do have a video on my daily life on my PhD, but it's a really old video.
We can do a new one.
But yeah, we can always explain more about my PhD if you guys are interested. It's going to be a lot of chemistry though, so some of you guys might not be interested.
Question from Sam Jr. How old are you two? Question number 1. So.
We are 28, about to become 29 in a few months.
Yeah, 29 in Feb, 29 in March, so we're old.
Close to 30!
Yeah, we do look young, so the people say we look
I've been told I look older than him though.
Yeah.
I am older than him though.
Like a month, month and a half. Plans to have kids anytime soon, that's the question again. I mean, you know,
and would anytime now.
Yeah, soon, hopefully. Fingers crossed, whenever that happens. Where would you consider staying, like a place of permanent residence? Good question.
We don't really have particular ties. Like, we could stay here. I don't mind going back to Hong Kong. I don't mind moving to somewhere completely different.
It really depends where our career takes us. So, I never imagined I'll be going to Hong Kong for studies. That happened. Never imagined I'll be living in Hong Kong for 10 years. That happened. Right? Oh no, 9 years. And then never expected to move to the UK, that to Scotland. Here we are.
Yeah.
So, never really planned where we're going to be.
I think it would just depend on where life takes us. Like, both of us are, I don't want to say successful in our careers, but we we're alright in our careers, and we want to become more and more successful, and sometimes that means jumping to another company,
moving to another country.
Yeah.
You know, you're very open to
and
relocating.
yeah, both of us are absolutely.
Like we don't have, like it's not like we have to be here forever. But if I had to choose one place that I would like to relocate to for the rest of my life, either Vancouver, Canada, or Sydney or Melbourne in Australia. So.
See, I don't really mind. My only kind of thing that I want for a new place is I want there to be good Asian community, whether that's like Chinese or Indian.
So definitely those two places are taking those off things. So.
Whereas at the moment here in Edinburgh, it's
small. It's a small town. It's a very Scottish, homogenous.
Because I would want our family to be able to experience, you know, Chinese festivals, Indian festivals, and at the moment I just feel like here it's
like we don't even have a Chinatown in Edinburgh, which is a shame.
Yeah.
How you guys met? Okay.
So we do have a video on that, but do you want to just briefly?
I mean, yeah, you can see the video. I'll post it on the links.
Yeah.
Yeah, we met in university.
At HKUST in Hong Kong.
I was doing my master's in engineering management, and
I was doing my PhD. And then we just met through Facebook. We're just trying to meet people at uni, and that was pretty much it. So this one is: do you usually eat Indian or Chinese food at home? We kind of eat anything.
Yeah, it's not.
Sometimes we cook Indian, sometimes Chinese, sometimes more Western.
Like there'll be times when we just make pasta.
Yeah.
And the next day we are making like udon with some kind of pork chop or something.
Why did you say that weirdly?
I don't know.
Pork chop.
Pork chop. Yeah.
You're like poke chop.
Pork chop. And sometimes we just make aloo gobi with paratha.
Yeah. Oh, aloo gobi.
So it's not like we have a plan. We just make whatever is in the fridge and we just eat. Food is food, really.
When did you know that you wanted to marry each other?
Oh my god, I get this question so many times. I don't know, man. You know, like it's not like it never happened to me. I was like.
So do you not?
No, I wanted to, but it was never like, oh, eureka moment, right? Oh, I have to marry you. It was just like.
When did you realize you loved me then?
Also, another question I never think about. You just do. And it just happens. For
me, the moment that I realised that, okay, this is the guy for me, was during that big fight that we had with my parents. And obviously, like, everyone was angry, everyone was upset. And after everyone had calmed down, and during that argument, Arnav had shouted at my mom. And I said to him, like, I think you need to apologise for my mom. Just because she's an elder. You know, that was disrespectful.
Yeah.
And he went and
I lost my temper.
Yeah, he lost his temper. And, like, good on him. He said to her, like, oh, I'm really sorry. I really love your daughter. And, you know, I got angry and I'm really sorry for that. And she accepted his apology. And at that moment, even now, I'm feeling like I'm going to cheer up. At that moment, I was like, this is the guy for me. Because he... like put away all of his pride, put away all of those kind of emotions, your ego and everything, to say sorry to my mum.
Yeah. I don't know. For me, it was never like that. It was just like I met her. She was Asian. She spoke good English. She liked Indian food. She was shorter than me. She was ambitious. She was doing a PhD. She wanted to move back to the UK for work.
What's the favourite things about India?
My favourite things or our favourite things?
Just you say yours and I'll say.
My favourite things about India is obviously I grew up in India, so it's home for me. I identify as an Indian first and foremost, and you know India is a diverse country. You know it's because of India I think is where I am today. It's not just one thing. It's tiny little things that added up over the years. I love Indian food.
Yeah, me too.
I love the fact that India has so many languages and so many different kinds of people, and they all live together, you know, in a peaceful manner.
So I think Indian food is my biggest thing, and I love that each area has its own delicacy kind of thing.
Cuisine.
Yeah, and it's always so good and so flavourful. And also, I just like how it's very colourful in general in India when you go down the streets or whatever. Everything's very colourful. There's always quite a lot going on. People are always quite generous as well. Well, at least I've felt.
Very welcoming.
Very welcoming.
Yeah, because India has this thing called Atithi Devo Bhava. They do welcome guests with open arms, and it's like guests are everything. So yeah, it's always been a good experience.
What are your favourite things about the UK?
Favorite things about the UK, for me, I've been here for a year. I think I do like the fact that it doesn't get really hot here. So, I grew up in Delhi where it gets 40, 45, 46 degrees in the summers, and then I moved to Hong Kong for 9 years. Also gets really hot and humid. Here, on the other hand, especially in Scotland, because we are a bit up north, it's not that warm.
But that's what you also dislike.
I dislike when it's always raining and it's cold. I like it when it's nice weather.
Yeah.
Like the sun is shining and there's no rain.
For me, I like that it's quite cheap to buy groceries, so I can do a lot of cooking at home. Whereas back when we lived in Hong Kong, groceries were so expensive that it's actually cheaper to eat out. Whereas here you can eat so many things if you cook it at home. And also I think it tends to have quite a good work-life balance. Obviously it depends on what company you work for. But generally, the work-life balance is very good.
Like my work-life balance has taken a big shift coming from Hong Kong. Not in the previous company. Previous company I was working in a startup, Indian startup. So the work-life balance was non-existent. But now that I am in a very British company where it's very employee focused.
It's also owned by an Indian, Indian British person.
Yeah, a British Indian person.
Yeah.
But yeah, my work-life balance, like as soon as it's 5 o'clock, it's like dead end. Like that's it. Like we do have events and stuff after that, but it's like chill out time. So it's really relaxed. And yeah, I do like the fresh air here. The quality of air is pretty nice. It's a big change coming from Hong Kong and Delhi.
What country or countries do you want to visit next? I really want to go to Singapore because it's meant to be a really good balance between like Indian and Chinese kind of cultures.
It is. It's one of the most Indian Chinese-y, most Chindian place, if you will.
So I really want to experience that.
Yeah, I've been there in 2007 and I was really young, so I wasn't able to explore. I was obviously with my parents, but yeah, I would love to go there, and the food there is freaking amazing.
Yeah, I've seen on YouTube.
Yeah, it's really good food, and yeah, it's a nice place to visit. But yeah, other than that, I want to go back to Japan.
And I want to go to Korea.
Yeah, so like Japan is one of my favorite places.
I think we're both still very Asian orientated.
Always will be,
we
right?
do prefer
Asian places,
countries.
The thing is, we are so close to Europe. We are in Europe.
Yeah.
We're so close to European countries like Germany and Netherlands and France and Italy and Spain and Portugal. But given an option, I would always choose Asian countries. So like South Korea, Taiwan, Japan, Hong Kong, Singapore, Thailand.
I really liked Vietnam as well when we went there, so maybe we should go there together sometime.
So yeah, that'd be nice. So we generally prefer Asian countries because our food...
I think the cuisine is...
The food, it's the main thing, the food.
It's more to our palates.
Yeah, a bowl of noodles over pasta or pizza any day.
Yeah. What's a typical day in your lives like?
It's a very different world we live in right now.
Yeah,
because of the pandemic.
Because of pandemic. So I usually wake up first and I feed the cats because if he feeds them, our baby girl Luna does not eat.
Because she's scared of me.
So I go down and feed them, and then I have my own breakfast. He gets out of bed at some point because he works from home, so he doesn't even really need to get out of bed until...
I start work at 9. I can get out of my bed at 8:30 and be like...
Whereas I try to get into work for about 8:30. It doesn't really matter. My work is quite flexible, but that's the time I usually like to be in work. And then we work from generally around 9 to 5 kind of hours.
Yours 8 to 4.
Yeah,
mine is 9 to 5.
Then we come home, and then we have dinner. We make dinner, and then we go for a walk after dinner if it's a nice day. If it's not, then we usually just watch TV until bed. And
very standard. It's not exciting.
And we go to bed at I'm in bed by 9 at the latest.
And I'm in bed by 10.
Yeah.
So we do sleep early. She's asleep by 10. I'm asleep by 10:30.
Yeah.
Because we have to wake up at 6:30 again.
Yeah.
So yeah, we used to sleep very late in Hong Kong.
Oh gosh, yeah.
12:30, 1 a.m.
But there was a lot more to do in Hong Kong.
Yeah, because things would be open until 11. here things shut down at 5. So, you know, there's a big change in our lifestyle, in our way of living. So, yeah, we just adjusted.
If you guys want to see an actual day in the life of video, let us know in the comments. We can always make
try
something.
To make that, yeah, for sure.
Our weekends are always busier, but our weekends are just whatever. Usually we're doing YouTube related stuff.
Or household chores.
Yeah. Finally, how do you manage your finances together?
That's a good question.
Yeah. We always talk about our finances. We always are on board with what's going out. You know, when he bought his bike, he asked me first, is it okay if I buy this bike? And we're always aware of what is an outgoing, and we know what our salaries are, so we know what our incoming is.
Like, there's no hiding from each other. There's no, it's very transparent. And we discuss it as a couple.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's...
All of our finances, generally, we discuss, you know, especially if it's a big one. If it's a small one, it's normally okay.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we do discuss
it's never like, oh, that's your money and that's my money. And, you know, you pay, let's say if the rent is X amount, you pay half and I pay half. It's never like that. Like, doesn't matter. Like,
our money is...
It's together.
Our money
together.
It's together,
Yeah. So...
I do understand couples who like to keep it separate, but I don't see any point. It does mean that obviously if we're buying birthday presents and stuff, well, which we don't really.
We don't.
We usually, if Arnav wants something, I'll ask him, do you want this? And he'll say, yeah, I want that. And we just buy it. It's easier, it makes more sense for the two of us just to buy something that we know that
we'll actually want and use, like instead of just surprising something.
Yeah, so it's better just to buy it together. We do have spreadsheets. We both live by spreadsheets. I feel like I plan my life out in spreadsheets. Yeah. But yeah, if you guys want a more in-depth video about our finances, like what our outgoings are and stuff, we can always do that. It's up to you guys.
Like cost of living in Edinburgh, cost of living in the UK. We can obviously give you a glimpse on how much it costs to live in the UK.
But we do save quite a lot of money.
That's why we try to eat out less. We cook often.
We honestly don't buy. I know we have a lot of gadgets. So some people might feel like, oh, you must spend money all the time. But we don't. All of our gadgets we buy after thinking for, I'd say, at least 6 months.
Yeah.
Of thinking about it.
Like I wanted to get a PS4, but then I thought about it for a month and I was like, nah, I don't really want it. And I never got it because we don't do impulsive buying. That's what I'm trying to say.
If you guys have any more questions, leave us in the comments below, and then we can do another Q&A video later down the line. And again, if you have any other requests for videos, just let us know and we will try and get onto those as well.
And if you haven't subscribed already, please do subscribe, because every time I see the stats, it's still like 85% viewers haven't subscribed to our channel. Please subscribe to our channel.
It will really help.
Yeah, because obviously the more support and the more love we get, the more encouragement we get to make more videos, put them out there for you guys to watch and enjoy. So do consider subscribing to our channel and help us reach 5,000 subscribers.
And if you like this video, don't forget to click the thumbs up
and share and comment. What am I doing with my hand?
I don't know.
So yeah,
we shall see you next time.
Yep. See you in the next video.
Bye.